Hello everyone, I am Giang, a second-year student of English language major at Saigon University, and I have just been on a 5-day field trip to the southwestern regions of Vietnam, where I have got a lot of fascinating experience. So sit down with me and let us take a look at what this region has to offer. On the first day, we began our trip early in the morning to pack our luggage on the coach and get ready to hit the road. Then we traveled to Trung Lương Fort to have breakfast at Trung Lương Restaurant. There, I picked a hot and savory bowl of hủ tiếu Mỹ Tho. After breakfast, we embarked on a long journey to Châu Đốc City to have lunch at Châu Đốc Hội Quán restaurant. This restaurant gave me a good first impression about the southwest region through the signature dishes like sesbanya sespan, flour, seafood, and the warm hospitality of the local people working in the restaurant. After finishing lunch, we continued our way to the Lady of the Realm Temple. It is located at the foot of Sam Mountain, Châu Đốc City, An Giang Province. The Lady of the Realm Temple is a historical, architectural, religious site of importance to An Giang Province as well as the local area. The worshipping of the Lady of the Realm is considered a form of Vietnamese mother goddesses worshipping. The main attraction of this temple is the Grand Lady of the Realm Festival, which is held annually from July 23 to Jan 27 in the lunar calendar. Even when it's not festival time yet, I think the temple still attracts many visitors by many historical artifacts and its holiness as a place to pray for good health or fortune. Now we are heading to Cha Chu Cachaput Forest. Cha Chu Cachaput Forest is an eco-friendly destination in Tân Biên district, which is about 850 hectares wide. It helps regulate the water environment and the atmosphere of the local area. The forest also houses many protected species of plants and animals. Now I'm going on a small boat trip through the forest. The natural green scenery passing through me as the boat glides on the water is very tranquil, very relaxing. When I saw a bird that I didn't know, I could ask the boatman to explain it to me. He or she was very knowledgeable. This experience is guaranteed to be a perfect escape from the bustling city life. In the afternoon, we check in at the Ha Tinh River Hotel to have dinner and rest for the night. On the second day, we traveled to Phu Quoc Island by Phu Quoc Express speedboat. It was so fast that many tiny droplets of salt water were splashed and condensed on my phone screen during filming on the deck. After arriving in Phu Quoc, we went to Đảo Ngọc Honey Manufacturing Facility. This place sells a variety of products made from honey, especially the sweet and refreshing vanilla ice cream with honey. We also got to observe the process of how honey was made in the bee farm and know more about the biological features of bees. This showed me how the delicious honey that I had tasted was created in a natural way. At noon, we checked in at our second hotel, Hòa Bình Phú Quốc Resort, to have lunch and a little rest. In the afternoon, we traveled to the Never Sleep City Grand World. First, we have a picture together at the magnificent bamboo legend structure. Then we have a tour around Grand World. Grand World operates under the model of famous cities that never sleep in the world, such as New York, Tokyo, Bangkok, etc. There were bustling commercial streets, lively entertainment spots, food stalls, and festival organized throughout the night. In my point of view, the business model of this Never Sleep City is a genius approach to the tourism industry of Vietnam. That approach is to go over just keeping tourists to stay overnight and make them want to be awake at night to pay more. At the end of the night, we watch a grand light show. In my opinion, the musical light show at Grand World was truly a spectacle of music, lights, water, and fire. I myself was particularly impressed by the magical and mysterious atmosphere made through the use of neon lights, costume, elegant choreography, and stunning hologram. It had truly lived up to its name as one of the most satisfying multimedia shows in Vietnam. Today was day 3. We had our first breakfast at Hoa Binh Phu Quoc Resort. Then we went through 4 more manufacturing facilities. The first one is Ngọc Huyền Pearl Manufacturing Facility. When we were there, we got to listen to the history of this pearl manufacturing plants, as well as see many historical artifacts. When we were told many interesting facts about pearls and oyster, such as how to spot real pearls by rubbing them together, or how to extract pearls from oysters. After that, we had a look at how pearls and oyster shells were processed and sold to customers in a showroom. There are various kinds of products from pearls and oyster shells, ranging from cheap to expensive. If you were there, I'm sure that there would be many options to choose from. On to the next plant, we went to Sim Sung Rose Myrtle Fruit Process Facility. In this place, we were introduced to rose myrtle plants as well as many products made from its fruit, which were the sweet and slightly bitter rose myrtle fruit nectar, the earthy rose myrtle fruit alcohol, which can warm you up immediately, sweet and refreshing rose myrtle fruit syrup, and sweet, chewy rose myrtle fruit gummies. They were sold in a shop situated right inside the complex, and I would highly recommend it as treats to bring home or snack on during the trip. Next, we continue to the facility producing peppercorn, Ngọc Hà. It was a peppercorn farm with many vines of peppercorn on one side and a rest area on the other. It sold many kinds of peppercorn such as white, green, black peppercorns, and sauces or seasonings made from them. These sauces and seasonings paired well with fruits such as mangoes, which I was very delighted to try. Finally, we arrived at Khai Hoang Phu Quoc Fish Sauce Manufacturing Plant. Through a miniature model, we learned about the process of making traditional Phu Quoc fish sauce. The gray anchovies, which were high in protein, were caught by fishing boats, shining bright lights to the anchovies and scooping them onto the boat. Then they were immediately mixed with salt in 3 parts fish and 1 part salt ratio. By processing the fish fresh, the fish sauce would have a distinct color, better smell, and taste. This mixture of fish and salt was then transported to the facility to age in wooden barrels made from boilers wood, rattan plant rope, and mud. When the fish sauce matured, it would be tested for quality and bottled to use. After learning the process of making fish sauce, we got to try it in the fish sauce store next to the manufacturing plants. When I tasted it, I could guarantee you that Phu Quoc fish sauce was several times more savory compared to other common types of fish sauce. I could even sense the increasing level of umami as the quality of fish sauce increased. To summarize about 5 manufacturing facilities that I have visited, I think they were all examples of a clever business model that combines productions and consumptions in one place. This model can target visitors effectively by elevating their knowledge for novel and quality local products, entertaining them with direct interactions with the products, and when they return home, their positive experience with the products will become a great marketing tool through word of mouth. In short, this model is a win-win for tourism and the local businesses. After touring the manufacturing facilities, we went to Thị Tiên restaurant for lunch. In the afternoon, we set out for Ho Wook's Pagoda. It was built in 2011 with the name meaning to protect Vietnam territory, including its islands. Some of the pagoda's main features include the grand main hall of the pagoda, a giant statue of Hoàng Thế Âm Bodhisattva viewing the sea to listen to prayers, and many Bodhi trees planted by the governments, etc. By housing many Buddhist artifacts, statues, and buildings, Ho Wook's Pagoda provided a calm and peaceful atmosphere for any visitor entering it. Onto the main event of that day, team building event on Bai Sao Beach. This is when we could let our hair down and join the fun of many team building activities. Even when the organized activities were over, we still continue to have a great time with our friends underwater, doing bizarre but wholesome things out of the blue, like holding hands to form a big circle. To top off the day, we had dinner together right on the beach. On the final day in Phu Quoc, we had the last breakfast in the hotel before going to Bai Vong Harbor to travel to Cần Thơ City on the same Phu Quoc Express speedboat. Then we reached Rạch Giá Harbor in Rạch Giá City and continued to go to Cần Thơ City. On the way, we had lunch in Dong Xuyên Hotel. After lunch, we arrived at the last hotel of our trip, Ninh Kiều Riverside Hotel. This place is where we would hold a gala dinner event, which we were looking forward to. After finishing a small dinner, we had the stage all to ourselves to dance and sing to our heart's content. The event was a blast to us all. Through the team buildings events on the beach and the gala dinner events, I felt that these events had helped us to become closer to each other and have a memorable time of our lives. After the gala dinner, everyone are free to explore around, so I went to take a picture beside the dazzling Ninh Kiều Wharf with my friends to end the day. Finally, it was the last day of our field trip. We started the day with our breakfast and then gathered to have a tour of Ninh Kiều Riverside Hotel. It is situated in the center area of Cần Thơ City, also known as the capital of the West region and an important economic, transport, and tourist center in the Mekong Delta. This hotel is close to many attractions such as Ho Chi Minh Museum, Ninh Kiều Night Market, Om Pagoda, etc. The hotel was built in 1994 in the shape of a ship to symbolize its integrity on this river area. It is a military enterprise, one hotel chain of the 622 Single-Member Limited Liability Company, Military Zone 9, Vietnam Ministry of Defense, which was clearly shown through some of hotel personnel who dressed up in military uniforms. We were also told about the organizations of the hotel with many departments, such as reception, kitchen, cashier, laundry, etc. Then we were shown around the hotel, including the reception area, the room for businessmen, conference room, 3 hotel rooms, 2 with river view and 1 with a city view, the sky bar with a view of the House River, and finally the Ninh Kiều boat, which specializes in food and beverage service such as holding weddings, birthday parties, and celebratory parties, etc. Overall, I think Ninh Kiều Riverside Hotel business model is a successful model which can become a firm basis for economic growth in this region like how it was envisioned to be. After learning about the hotel, we had a short trip to Homs King's Temple. It is considered as a landmark of Kanta City. The temple had a grand area, a total of 39,000 square meters. What makes it so symbolic is the architectural design relating to the number 18, the number of Homs dynasty, and the number 3054, the number of ethnicities in Vietnam. It was built in 2019 and was made holy by transporting some water, soil, and incense from the old Homs King's Temple in Phu Tha province, a northern region of Vietnam. I think the decisions to have the Homs King's Temple here was a great idea because it acted as a landmark for Kanta City, and it enables people in the southern regions to visit Homs King's Temple conveniently, learn and remember the origins of the Vietnamese people. And the trip to Homs King Temple marked the end of our trip as we went back to Saigon University in Ho Chi Minh City. For my final words, I would like to say that this trip has been a stunning and unique experience to me. Through this trip, I have got a better view about the southwestern regions of Vietnam, about its warm people, tasty cuisine, fascinating attractions, rich histories, etc. Furthermore, I had the opportunity to experience all of these things directly on the spot, which has left an unforgettable mark in me. As a side note, the trip also allowed me to know more about my friends and classmates, especially through the team building activities at the beach and the gala dinner. To conclude, this trip has been a memorable one to me, and I hope that you can give it a try. I would like to say thank you to all of the teachers, tour staff, and students who together made this trip possible. And thank you to you who have accompanied me to the end of this video. I will see you again in the next field trip video. Goodbye.